Sup, internet? I am totally not prepared. Get rid of my pillow there. I'm sorry, I just realized, or I actually got a message saying that my ass should be in bed right now because, well, we're having a time making sure everything is proper. I guess it's not gonna be. Oh, and I know the lighting sucks. I still haven't got another light bulb, but whatever. It's gonna go great with the topic, guys. And this, I guess, because I am literally gonna have to do a quick look and try to do something. And see, again, not prepared. Almost a minute in, and let's see if this fucks up my audio. I might be a little off, but you're gonna want to hear this. So, it's almost March. Do you know what we in the South do in March? Well, most of us plant our garden. I mean, flowers, vegetables, what have you, blah, blah, blah. But in my parts, we get storms in the springtime. And sometimes even worse storms in the summertime. So we have to, like, get our storm kits ready. So this is what the topic is. And I've been trying to find a way to kind of like discuss the whole prepping subject, because there's a lot of intense channels, guys. There's just... It's really hard to differentiate between logical prepping and just straight out fear porn. And now, I'm all for a good fear porn story. You know, it's some of these channels, though, they're kind of making me wonder, quite honestly, as to what they're really in for, or having a channel for at this point. Because I mean, I can logically understand, like, if you live in an area where the winters are so bad that you could lose power for like a couple of days, possibly up to a week. You know, I mean, that's completely understandable. You know, get some ramen, get some tuna or whatever. I do something. I mean, just go out there and melt some snow on your fireplace or something. I don't think that's really a good idea, because, you know, dirty snow or something like that. I don't know. I don't live up north, but I do live in Texas, and gosh darn it, people go nuts. And I just realized that I do not have a transition color or base color or whatever for this. So we're going to dip into some powder foundation, I guess, while I try to explain prepping and why we should do it, or why we shouldn't. Lest I heard there was supposed to be some kind of comet coming or whatever. Or I think the big thing now is the virus from China, and I've had little conversations with my family, and they're like, "Why you get the job that you have now?" Now. This is like the worst time you could get a job like that. Which, I don't know, it's... Anytime you're going into the public, you're putting yourself at risk. I'm just saying, you know. So, I can only prepare so much. I guess it's really... I'm on a wing and a prayer, so to speak, when it comes to situations like that. So, I mean... I don't know. I'm concerned, but I'm not overly concerned that I want to lock myself in the house. So you know, I don't know. But it's getting to the time where I'm just like, okay, what have we used from our last hurricane kit? What do I need to stack up on? Because we were actually talking about this last week when we were waiting for somebody in another town to, do something. Anyway, but they had just started bringing out the charcoal and the grills and everything, and I'm like, oh, we probably should grab another thing of, a couple more bags of charcoal because, it's the South. We grill. That's what we do. And, because, one thing that I kind of start doing once hurricane season starts creeping up on me is, just to save money, is try to keep our freezers not stocked, because if you have to just toss away an entire freezer full of food because you lost power, that hurts, guys. It truly hurts. You can only eat so much in a day. And we can't donate it. That's actually another thing that a lot of people learned during Harvey. But I don't know, maybe I should wait on that. So, because there's a lot of topics that we have to kind of, cover in the whole prepping thing. Because whether or not it's fear porn versus, logic. Now, I know I need to get some extra charcoal, make sure I have extra water that we don't actually already use, because we normally go through 2 or 3 cases of water every, 2 weeks or whatever. But I don't know. It really depends. I'm one of those bitches now that have to have bottled water for her coffee maker because, the Keurigs are really cranky when they start to get scaly or what have you. But, I'm that bitch, guys. Guys, just stop. Anyway, so I know water, I know charcoal, and, somebody's been eating my tuna. I don't know who's been eating my tuna. But, and then we get on the subject of, I see in comments of these prepper videos that I still watch, because I've kind of gravitated away from some of them because they're just like, oh my god, the virus is coming, we're all gonna die. And I'm just like, okay. And I can't deal with that, guys. You don't want to have... That's how we get problems, is when you cause a mass panic of, we're all gonna die, go to the store and buy all the, milk and bread, which there's the old joke, we're gonna have milk sandwiches or whatever. But I don't know, it's just kind of odd, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, because it looks... This is me at work, guys, and I don't know what I just dropped. I'm a mess, guys. It's not like you didn't know this already, right? But, yeah, so fear porn, the world's gonna end, there's a virus, there's a meteor. Oh, no, wait, that was 2 weeks ago or whatever. And I know I'm in one of a big channel's Discord, and I haven't really checked it lately because, just busy with life and such. But they do have groups, and that's pretty cool, honestly. You get to meet people in your area, which, of course, I'm not giving my exact location because I don't want to end up in your basement, guys. I'm just saying. Because, I don't want to sound conceited, but I'm kind of cute. Okay? I kind of know I'm kind of cute. I'm a solid 6, okay? I'll just say that. And I don't know. I might be valuable just for that, and that's not what the kind of value I want. But anyway, a lot of ladies are thinking that. I mean, we just got to put that out there. That, how are we going to protect ourselves? Speaking of which, you got the guys or the girls that are like, well, if shit hits the fan or if there's any type of disaster, I'm just coming to your house. And I was discussing with Tyler from Let's Talk About Prepping, like, what should I do about that? Because I know some of my friends have jokingly said it, and I'm just like, you don't want to come here. I'm fucking weird, trust me. And I'm rather cranky when I don't have my Starbucks. Just ask my kid. But yeah, I really have no idea what I'm doing with my makeup, guys. I mean, but that's normal, right? But the whole... And Tyler was like, well, he did do a video about it, and maybe I'll link it if I have time, because, now that I'm thinking about it, because this is Tuesday night, and I just found out I gotta work tomorrow, so my ass should be in bed already. But anyway, you will get the Wednesday video, but it might not be at noon. I don't know. Okay? I'm trying, guys. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, what Tyler said. Basically, I do I have like what is an armory, so to speak? No. I don't like guns, guys. I'm just saying. Do I have an entire warehouse full of food? No. See? That's my kit. I have barter items. See, Tyler? I can get an extra can of tuna for that. I'm just saying. But yeah. So as Tyler says, we can starve together. I'm just like, yeah. But I don't know. But yeah. And I know one of my friends is just like, okay, girl, you look normal. You need to stop. But I won't. Because I'm probably gonna wash it off anyway. Besides, I got another video to film. But that whole thing, oh my gosh. I know it's a damn mess. It's really hard because now I got myself thinking, what the hell do I need for my hurricane kit? I know I need to get some more Lysol wipes. I mean, it's a shameful amount of Lysol wipes that I use on a regular basis. But that's things that nobody actually talks about, is to, like, if you have a big storm come. And, like, I guess getting back to things that we should not do, and I do recall, because our well pump went out, I think maybe a week and a half ago, or it might have been last week, and we were living off of extra bottled water for about 3 or 4 days. It was not the funnest experience, guys. I'm just gonna let you know. And I had to yell at my daughter because she went into the bathroom with 4 or 5 bottles of water, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I gotta go to work, and I gotta wash my clothes. And I was like, we have the water that, I mean, we have cats, obviously, if you haven't watched any of my other videos where my daughter has a couple of cats. And I don't actually have any cats. I requested a fluffy calico, or even just a fluffy kitten, and everybody keeps bringing home short-haired kittens. I'm just saying. I want a fluffy kitten, guys. That's all I wanted. A fluffy kitten and a goat, and maybe some baby chicks. But anyway, I digress. She wasted 4 bottles of drinkable water on this, and I was like, the cat litter that we get comes in, like, the pourry thingies, and I just pour it into the bucket, and I fill up the jugs that the cat litter comes in, and we use those to flush the toilets. That's like a good 3 gallons of water right there that I'm not going to have to waste my drinkable water on, right? You know, logic, right? She wasted it. And then I remember I was actually talking to Tyler about, I don't want to have to be that bitch that tells people about, safety. Because I believe it was actually one of Canadian Prepper's videos where he was talking about things that people are going to do. I don't know if anybody's actually done this, but how a disaster can turn into a true disaster. Whereas, like, I guess if, say you're holed up in your house, or say, like, a hurricane hit us, no power, no nothing, but I don't want my neighbors to know that I got food, so, and why am I needing to sneeze? I'm trying not to sneeze. Because, knowing my luck, I would sneeze while I'm trying to put the shimmer onto my eyeshadow, which the Space Case highlighter is a really cute shimmer. You can't really see it, but yeah, I would look cute for work. Well, I talk to nobody and clean, but still. Anyway, so you don't want to see or let your neighbors know that you got food or anything like that. Because hungry people, they can smell very good. I know that from experience. You ever drove down a street and you're starving and you can smell every single fast food restaurant within a 10-mile radius? Anyway, I digress. Not really. But, so you don't want your neighbors or anybody else to smell your food, so you bring your barbecue pit inside. It's no big deal. You know what you're doing. It's one of those small ones. I'm sure, see, my peoples, you know what happens next. And that's when I believe Canadian Prepper was like, well, you're dead, your family's dead, and now the block's on fire. And the firemen are gone, because that is another thing that's quite discussed in a true shit hit the fan situation that everybody also seems to be romanticizing, which I will also link another video from Palmetto Prepared, I think it is, where he discusses the actual implications of everybody romanticizing shit hit the fan and culling the herd. What it really means. It ain't pretty, guys. I'm just saying. It's a damn mess. But the thing that is discussed, if there is a true shit hit the fan situation where, like, the government's being overthrown, so to speak, I don't know. Shit hit the fan is different from everybody, or for everybody, because, for me, it would be a hurricane, possibly a tornado, basically a natural weather disaster type thing. I am not expecting the government to get overthrown. But in the event that the government is overthrown, do you seriously think the cops are going to show up for their shifts? Do you think the firefighters are going to show up to their shifts? They're not. They're going to be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm going to protect my family. Which, I gotta admit, I can't blame them. But, because that's, like, the channels that I watch, they seem to want to help people, not scare them. And the thing that me and Tyler were discussing, and I didn't expect a full-on interview with Tyler, which, thank you, though. He focuses more on logic, common sense, and trying to get your neighbors to actually help themselves, rather than expecting somebody else to take care of it. Like, if we get a really bad storm, my first thought is not, oh shit, where's the Red Cross? Because what I do actually remember, before Harvey, we got, I think it was actually a year before Harvey, where we actually got like 30 inches of rain overnight, and it was really cool. Not really. uh, it did highlight a lot of problems that we had. And the blessing in disguise that it was that by the time Harvey hit, because even though we were technically out of the danger zone, uh, we still had some problems. But, you know, had that one storm with 30 inches washing away bridges and sidewalks and roads and stuff like that, had those improvements not been made, uh, we had had a little bit of trouble with Harvey, which the thing that you never really expect to see is you guys watching on Facebook when anybody in the South is experiencing a hurricane. Is y'all are not getting like the local groups of, I guess, like small town gossip, so to speak. But I got the joy of that because, all the little small groups. But the thing that was being talked about, well, it wasn't really being talked about. It was being yelled about, ranted about, disgusted with. And I guess people had gone up to the Red Cross booths that I believe it was in Sealy. They had set up and they went to go donate clothing, shoes, stuff like that, sandwiches. They threw the sandwiches out because if somebody gets sick from the Red Cross food that the Red Cross did not specifically give them, the Red Cross is going to get sued. The same thing goes for the items that were donated, like the shoes and stuff. They were sent off to, I don't know where, but everybody was told they needed to be processed. So I can, the whole things about stuff from Puerto Rico being found years later, I can see how that happened because that's literally what they did. People bring in like sandwiches that they had made. They could have given it to a church, but they decided, oh, the Red Cross is there to help people. And right in front of them, they would throw the stuff away. And I'm just like, what the hell? Now, the churches, they were, donating food, clothing, and stuff like that. And, this isn't like a big, down on the Red Cross or whatever, but I don't really see how it helps. But, I'm not saying I'm asking for a really big hurricane that I'm going to need the Red Cross for, but do you kind of get what I'm saying? But I don't know. Boy, this got awkward. But when Harvey hit, when the 30 inches of rain hit, my first question or thought wasn't, oh my God, what are we going to do? I'd be like, oh my God, we can't drink the water. We're going to have to at least boil the water for a week. Because, while we do have well water, you can't get that much water. And the ground can't filter it out, that quickly. So we just took the precaution to boil water for a week, just because I don't want to die, If your water source is fucked, you're fucked. Yeah. But, oh my God, this is 24 minutes of me ranting, and I don't even know, did I make any sense? I wonder how many views this video would get if I tagged the coronavirus. No, that'd be bad. But no, I'm not going to do that. Because, I'm not getting it for views, guys, but, like I said, I have to prepare for the hurricanes. Because I live too far from town, quite honestly. Now, if I was in town, maybe I would swing by a church or something like that if I had to. But I was always raised that, you take care of yourself because out in the real world, nobody gives a crap. Where and I can understand my parents' logic. It turned me into a hard worker and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not a stingy person, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm not stingy, but my family's always going to come first, even if I have guests, so to speak. I mean, if there was like a true grid down situation, it's not going to be pretty for anybody. And everybody thinks, oh, well, if we culled the herd, then things would be so much easier. But like Palmetto said, that's basically asking for the deaths of at least a third of your countrymen. And that shit ain't cool. Not at all. I mean, I don't care what you believe in. That's not nice, guys. Don't do that. I wouldn't wish death on you. Don't wish it on me. And besides, I only got ramen and tuna. I got 2 cases of water. I'm good for a week. But yeah, I need some more barbecue thingies. What the hell was I even talking about? Oh, charcoal, yeah. I need some more briquettes. And maybe some more propane for, I got a little propane grill. I don't think I've ever used it, which I'm told in a lot of prepping videos, it's a good idea to actually use your preps and not wait until you actually need them. So, yeah, there's that. But, oh good God, it's almost 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I guess I never really thought I could talk this much about the subject, because we could also talk about the movies where everybody thinks it's going to be like The Walking Dead, or that one called The Road, or no, not The Road, although that is apparently a good prepping one that I haven't seen The Road yet, I don't think, but I think the one I'm thinking about is called Into the Forest, where I remember watching it and I was pointing out how inaccurate some of the things were, or unsafe they were being. And there was a one scene where I guess she was chopping wood because, the world had ended. They're stuck in the forest in their house, and this is all they do now, is they just read books and chop wood and read their books by the fire at night, which I guess is cool. But she was chopping wood in a cute little dress, and I'm like, what? Girl, what is wrong with you? And if you've seen that movie, you know what happens. It wasn't pretty. So, yeah, don't do that, guys. But I will link a couple of channels that I personally watch. And I know Lady T Survival, I haven't really watched her because I've been kind of busy, and I do not have time to even watch half of my channels now because I'm working or making videos. I didn't think this would happen, guys. I'm kind of shocked. But I do like to, I may not comment, but whenever I do get a chance to watch you guys, I will leave you a like. So there's that. But Lady T Survival, she's pretty cool. She's got a lot of good cooking videos, and I believe she started a camping van series or bug out van or something, some kind of series with a van, and it looks pretty cool. And I was planning on watching it tonight, but I need to go to bed because I gotta make money for my boxes, guys. And apparently, prepping supplies because somebody keeps eating my tuna. Anyway, I gotta go. This is almost 30 minutes. Good God. But yeah, go check out Tyler at Let's Talk About Prepping and Lady T Survival and Palmetto Prepared. They're pretty cool. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, Internet. Bye, Internet!